Hey guys, and welcome back to another video. So in this video we would be going into our backend part, because after that we are to cover our forms, Angular forms. So for that we need to have some knowledge of our APIs so that we can transfer our data. And so let's get started with that. So guys, first of all, you have to head over to your spring.io website, Spring Initializer website. So in here, what you want is, it is the best suited way in order to create your project. Why? Because in here you can configure all your dependencies, provide artifacts, and in here you can specify the Spring Boot version, that which version you want to use, and the Java version. You can also specify the packaging, that is its jar or war files, and in here you can choose various dependencies as per your need, so it would generate your code. See, for example, let us take a simple example. So I would be creating a project metadata using test YouTube, and you can give artifact demo as. So you can give the description that okay, and now your package name came like this, com.test youtube.youtube. So you can modify also, so that doesn't matter. And in here you can specify your Java version. Okay, if you are having any Java version like uh, 14 or 15, so you can specify, choose any of the version in here. And now at the backend we would be configuring that too. So from here we would be adding some dependencies. So for working with our project, we would be creating a simple project for managing records. First of all, we would be keeping this simple. So I would be just using some basic dependencies. So I would be using, um, Spring Data JPA, and I would be using Spring Web, because see, web build web, it includes your RESTful applications using Spring MVC, uses Apache Tomcat as your default embedded container. Okay, so you don't have to add external Tomcat for that purpose. And this is for your SQL part, that's why I'm using this data JPA. And for the time being, I would not be using MySQL and MySQL driver for now, but I would be using my Lombok. So basically it is an annotation processor library. That means you, maximum times we have to create getters and setter methods. So in this we can use only annotations for doing that. I would be explaining you in a bit. And if you explore here, this would be your XML file, pom.xml file, that would be created. So now I would be downloading this as a zip file. Okay guys, so it's been downloaded, and I would be hovering over to my download location. So it is in here. I would be extracting this in here, and now it's ready. So now what needs to done is, guys, you have to use your code editors. So now for that you can use your simple Eclipse version also. You can use STS, that is Spring Tool Suite, that is pretty good, as well as you can also use IntelliJ IDEA. So for this project I would be going over to IntelliJ IDEA. So if you wish that we could switch over to another code editor like STS or Eclipse, do comment down below. So I would be opening this project in my IntelliJ. So till that it is opening, I recommend you all to subscribe to the channel and like this video so that we could bring such type of content in future also. So yeah guys, we are in our code editor and it is loading our project. So now head over to your file section, open, and so it is asking you a location. So provide at your download location where you have downloaded your project and extracted the file. So my project is YouTube, so I would be opening this in a new window. So please keep your internet connection on while you are, yeah, using this, because it is downloading your external files also and your Maven is also getting configured. So we would be waiting for this to resolve the dependencies. And guys, till the time it is being resolved, head over to your browser and you have to download uh, Postman, because you want to check the response of your APIs, because till the time our front end is not being developed, we can make use of Postman to get a response. So you have to download, okay, and you have to download from here. So this is a simple downloadable approach. I don't think so that there is something to describe that how to download this. So just a simple easy process to download Postman. Okay, so meanwhile our project is being configured, you have to download this Postman also. So let us head over to our code editor. Okay, it is being resolving our dependencies. Okay, so yeah, see guys, you have, since my Java version is 15, so I would be updating in here in my Java version. Just a second, this would be a bit visible. Okay, so in your pom.xml file, you can in the properties tag you can update your Java version as per your needs. So if you are using Java 12, 13 or any other Java version, you can make changes in here. And see guys, we had our dependencies over here. So this is the starting dependency for our Spring Boot framework. Okay, that is your state starter data JPA. And then we had a dependency for Spring Web, and then we added a dependency for Lombok. See, so this was it. And for those who are using IntelliJ IDEA, you have to configure your Lombok in your settings also. So open your settings tab, and in that you have to add annotation processing, annotation type here, and you have to enable annotation processing, and you have to do apply. And okay, so our project is being built, so we have to wait for that. See guys, in the background task you can see that it is downloading your Maven plugins. So you need to have your active internet connection, and if you head over to the left section you can see that the project structure has also been modified. So let us wait here for a certain amount of time. It varies upon your internet speed. So guys, till the time it is being developed, I want to share some theoretical information regarding Spring and Spring Boot. Basically, what was the main idea behind the development of this framework or Spring framework was the idea of loose coupling. So what is loose coupling? So if you are from a Java background, you might know about these terms, but let me just explain you that. Basically, when one object is not totally dependent on another object, that is your loose coupling. Okay, because if we modify one object, it should not affect your other objects behavior or properties in any matter. So that is your loose coupling. Okay, so your Spring is a dependency injection framework that makes your Java applications loosely coupled. Okay, all the dependencies are managed by your Spring framework. Okay, that means you do not have to create an object every time, because when we create an object, say if we are having a class A and we are doing A obj is new A, so we are tightly coupling that class. Okay, so Spring takes this responsibility over himself, that he would be creating these objects, and these objects are called as dependency injection containers or Spring containers. There it contains various objects, you can learn about them. Okay guys, so that was about your Spring framework. So okay, our uh, project is being built, completed successfully, and in here I want to change my Java version. So my Java version is this. So in here now this sign appears, load maven changes, and yeah, your uh, this changes are complete. So if you have head over to your left section, now you see that the structure has been changed. So in go to your src folder, in your main folder, now it is consisting of two folders. One is your Java and other is your resources. So in Java there would be your application for starting your Spring Boot application, and other would be a resources file. In that you would be static files, template files, and application.properties. And here you can configure, in the application.properties you can configure your third party plugins, like you want to configure your MySQL, so you can configure from your application.properties. Or if you want to save a file in your database, you can do that too. Using your application.properties, you can specify the maximum or the minimum file size that a file can have. So that depends upon your code functionality. We would be dealing this in a bit. So go to your uh, YouTube application that you have created, or any name for that matter. So in the import section you can see that it is importing org.springframework.springboot application, and in this that boot auto configure. So there is an annotation that is Spring Boot application. Okay, you can learn more about these applications, that what does your Spring Boot application consist, like component scan, enable component scan. It is made up of 2 to 3 annotations that are clubbed together to create a Spring Boot application. Okay guys, so now uh, what you can do in here is uh, your project is finally created. Simple basic demo project is finally created. So if you want, you can run this application. So now I'm running my application. See guys, the Spring uh, is Spring came and is uh, running, and it has provided me with an error. What is an error is that display the condition rerun application failed to start, failed to configure data source URL. Okay, because we have to configure with it with our MySQL, as I stated for you, because it cannot determine a suitable driver class. So it is because, see guys, you are now a developer and you are to deal with errors, so don't get afraid of errors, because uh, every error teaches you how to resolve it. Okay, so that means, because with every error you understand that what is the main problem behind that. So it is asking for a suitable driver class. So in here, if you see in our pom.xml file, we don't have a proper driver for that framework. Okay, we are just having data JPA, Java Persistence API. So if we comment this out, okay, I think so we would be good to go. Else while we would be downloading that driver, or we would be searching the internet for our special case. Okay, okay, I have not loaded my changes. Sorry for that. Okay, okay, guys. So after commenting this out, our application is live and running. You can check it from here also. And your Tomcat is initialized with port 8080. Okay, so over to your localhost colon 8080. Okay, so you would be over to this white label error page. Why? Because you haven't defined any controllers yet, that where it should go or where it should not go. Okay, so this was your application, your configuration, or how to configure your application. So we stop this video here only, and I hope that those of you haven't downloaded this application yet, do check out the steps and download this application. Study something about the annotations, how these work, and in the next video we would be creating our first API, and we would be demonstrating you the architecture in, or the flow in which our code is going to be written. Okay, so with that, do subscribe to the channel, guys, and if you have any doubt in this video, or if you find something difficult, or you find some error, do comment down below. We would be happy to solve your errors. Okay, guys, so thanks for watching.